books is the one that didn't even. I don't know. I'm not done yet.
All right. Scotty's here. Hi, Scotty. And
Hey,
Kyle. Hi, Kyle.
Hey, Scott, Kyle.
Right. So let's go through my box. Right. Show number 39. I'm going through box 39. And this is a classy box. This is a classy, beautiful box with a classy, beautiful woman in it. A little lady by the name of Lois Lane.
Oh, yes.
So this is my Lois Lane box. This is my earliest one. It's in a bad state, but number 14, it looks all right. A lot of mine are signed by this chap B Wood, who owned them originally. So this is from the B Wood pedigree collection.
Yeah, you have a gem there, Gray.
They're known for their signature of Botham B Wood, and sometimes he puts it fully as Brian Wood. And also the sellotape that was on the spine of many of them as well. But they all look mostly good to me.
Yeah, man. For that age, that's not bad.
Yeah, exactly.
If it's on the staples, that's a win.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they're all on the staples actually, but there's either on there. It's got a little sellotape mark on it where at one point.
Oh yeah.
Sellotape was on there, keeping it spine together. They're all readers, Hey,
Scotty, I miss you too, buddy. Hopefully, I'll be on a cover slinger soon.
If
kissing
was
cover
getting these in good grade, they'd cost a heck of a lot of money. I know that much.
Ooh, a kissing cover. Ooh.
Yeah, kissing cover. That's right. Yet another romance for Lois Lane.
Yeah, cooties. I know,
really,
Scott.
Really nice cover. It's now BJ Wood. He's changed his name to BJ Wood.
Well, this man's like just got
same guy.
Different
signatures. Sometimes it's B Wood. Sometimes it's Brian Wood.
I bought a collection once where this guy signed the whole thing in the inside. I remember. Hey, Surly Tim, welcome. Haven't seen you in a while, buddy.
I love this cover. This cover's great.
Yeah.
Super. I see saw the picture when I put my face over Superman and changed the words on it.
I was going to say that'd be a perfect meme right there.
Yeah, I already made my face into it, and then I've got the speech balloons have got me saying, "Don't worry, girls, there's enough grey man to go around." Damn. Oh. I love all these imaginary stories, like idyllic bliss. Superman and Lois and their children.
Those were the days, man.
Hi there, Bill. Hi, Tim.
Hey, Bill.
This is an interesting one because that's not actually Clark Kent. That's some guy who just happens to look exactly like Clark Kent, rather weirdly. If I remember correctly, she's all lovey-dovey about him until something happens and she puts her hand for his hair and finds out he's got a wig and she blows him out. So you wouldn't make it with Lois, I'm afraid, Roger. You're not that you need it. You already got a perfectly lovely lady, I know. So
I do have a 31-year lovely lady. I wouldn't change for anybody.
Exactly.
Like you wouldn't change Lisa for anybody.
No, of course not. Right. Another kissing one. Another kissing cover.
Ooh.
I think I heard someone saying something about this was the first, like a Silver Age appearance of Green Arrow or something.
Yeah, that's what I heard as well.
Right.
Yeah. I saw a stream like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he really didn't appear much until he joined the JLA. Yeah, he didn't really appear much at all.
I love the like biology lessons that the writers of DC need to learn. I don't see any way that Superman could have had a mermaid child with this mermaid lady. I don't know how it works, but I don't know. Let's not think about it.
I guess there are different ways of reproduction that don't involve penetration, but
this one's I love this one. This is amazing. Super baby.
Love the little,
Now be a good little Superman. Tell Auntie Lois if your X-ray vision has spotted the bank robbers loot inside their hideout. Lois is blackmailing me. I must help her get scoops, or she'll never give me the antidote to the youth serum that turned me into a baby.
Yeah,
that's just so crazy.
That's the wacky
Silver Age madness.
And wear the baby Superman outfit.
Yeah.
Baby Superman outfit. You're right. Yeah. This one, Lana has put Lois into the Phantom Zone so she can get with Superman, And an extra Lois Lane, slave girl.
Oh boy.
There's Lois with Lex Luthor. She marries Lex Luthor. He turns good, and she ends up marrying him.
I think I've read that one. Yeah.
I like the one Superman's saying here. I've lost Lois forever. Now that Lex Luthor has reformed and gone straight, he's become an ideal husband. Maybe I'd better marry Lana Lang before she finds someone else.
Oh,
He's a bit cold, isn't it?
He's like, oof, I'm going to get left behind here.
Talk about second choice, or I love the brain machine in this one. This is 1964, whatever. I'm not sure exactly what year it is, but that's their idea of super high-tech computers.
Yeah.
There's a big box on wheels that connects to your head.
Hey, for the time, that was pretty compact.
Yeah. I love the costumes as well. I love with Lois. You can see that the passage of time, the way her clothes change. It's so cool.
Yeah, the fashions change on the comics quite well.
Yeah, exactly. It's another good one.
Since Ray's lived through all that, he knows what we're talking about.
Lana goes to the future and hooks up with Lois, and
Ray used to have a zoot suit. Then he went to the polyester. Then he went to the Argyles. All that stuff.
Who had a zoot suit, Ray?
Kidding me.
This one's in a bit of bad nick. Some graffiti on there, but just another crazy cover.
That's when did Superman get hurt?
I think
anything goes on those imaginary stories. Anything goes.
Yeah. And one of them is refusing to marry him. Now you're ordinary. I won't marry you. He's basically saying. The other one's saying, I'll marry you even without your superpowers. So that's why the faces are covered. Obviously, you can't see who's refusing to be with him now. He's normal. But someone's written Arrow saying that's Lana Lang refusing to marry him, and that's Lois still willing to marry him, kind of thing.
They spoiled the cover.
Yeah, I know.
Tisk.
Right. Domestic bliss not. When Lois Lane hated Superman. Lucky he has got superpowers, invulnerability, because that would kill him. That blinking rolling pin to the head.
Oh man! Hey, that would be a good Slinger's choice, like bratty offspring.
Yeah. I'm not sure if people would find enough books, but this is Lois Lane when she gets old. Now that I've suddenly grown old. My rival Lana Lang has a clear field with Superman. Sniff. Oh, for the days when I was young and beautiful, but they're gone forever. Great stuff.
That's actually possible because he does age a lot slower. So
yeah. Right. I think that'll do from my first little showing. Who wants to go? You want to go, Ray? Ray was first in chat. Was in the thing. So I'll let him go first. No, yeah, he was. Yeah.
Go to me. Yeah. All right,
see that tote.
You want to see what was in the tote? All right. Yeah. I was telling Gray Man and Roger backstage that I've been hunting at my LCS. I picked up some books like 3 weeks ago. Then there was a co-worker that found out that I collected comic books. Came in with a big tote full of books. I gave him an offer of $75, and he took it. So I got over 250 books for $75. I got the full run of the Warlord. All the books, all the annuals, and the miniseries. All right? Now, I'm not going to show that now. I'm going to show you some other stuff. I got some weird stuff, too.
Hey, Higgy, how you doing, buddy?
All right, now you seen those bags with 2 comic books in a bag and everything?
Yeah.
All right. I got
hello to Higgy.
Pack, right? I got a bagging pack of Star Trek.
Oh, with the cardboards, yeah.
Okay. It says 350 in Star Trek.
Oh, nice.
All right, still sealed. There was 2 of them.
Not seen them before.
I've seen them, but they're not common because most people break them out.
Right, so that's what do we got here? That's number 57. That's number 60, 58, and 56.
Hey, good going, Tim. One book away.
Yeah, Tim's one book away from finishing the Warlord run.
Yeah.
All right, that was in there. Now, I never seen this before. I don't know if you guys have.
Maybe.
This is like a brick of comic books. There's 20 DC books in this brick, and there's Superman.
Oh yeah.
From
Wow.
Those were sold like in Toys R Us and toy stores like that. Yep.
Ah, okay.
Yep. That's probably pretty valuable, Ray, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, because it's not even broken out.
Nope, not open, nothing. Still sealed.
The people who like those kind of things. That's the kind of thing that Ray would Kyle would be interested in probably. Exactly, he likes them bags and stuff.
You probably have the whole Death of Superman and Funeral with a Friend in there.
It's Batman, Superman, Star Trek, Wonder Woman, Timberwolf, Green Lantern, you know.
Okay, so it's not. Yeah. Okay, so it's not the full sets. Okay. Okay.
Oh yeah, it must have been like maybe it was all one that come out that month or something. Could it be like 20 comics that came out the same month?
Yeah, I think you're right.
You've got Star Trek in there.
Yeah.
And what?
Well, that was in there.
What printing of Death of Superman is that? You can't tell from the front, can you?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, it's fourth printing. See how right above the Superman logo how it says the Roman numeral 4? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good find, Ray. That's a real good find. But there are not too many of those around. Yeah, that is the first full appearance of Doomsday, correct.
All right. Now to the books. I'll show the Warlord next time.
All right.
All right. We have Ghost number 70.
Oh,
nice. Very cool.
Doorway to Midnight, number 4.
Doorway to Nightmare, yeah, great.
Yes.
Lovely, Madame Xanadu.
Madame Xanadu, yeah, really cool little series, yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that cover. Whoa, Kaluta, I think. Ooh, real nice.
Yeah, definitely. A whole lot of them were Kaluta in that run. Kaluta's done a lot of Madame Xanadu covers. Did the whole of the 90s run as well, I think.
Yeah, he was perfect for that run.
64.
Oh, man. So this is the kind of stuff that was in there. Okay.
Some goodies. And some more here too, you know.
It's a nice cover.
What I mean by oddball stuff like Quantum Leap.
That's number 1 though.
Yeah.
That was a very popular show back in the day.
Yeah.
Trick or Treat, Ghost number 108.
Nice.
Wow. Nice. Very
nice.
We have E. Charlton. The many ghosts of Dr. Grave. Number 39 from 1973.
Yep, I got that one.
Cover.
Yep.
Yeah, I've got the Doorway to Nightmare run. I love Madame Xanadu. She's great. Got a lot of Madame Xanadu.
Ghostly Haunt.
She made a lot of appearances. What did she go on to? Did she go on to Unexpected? Because once Doorway to Nightmare ended, she was a host on one of the other horror books, wasn't she? But I can't remember if it was Unexpected or what it was.
Yep. Ray, if you don't want that one, you can put that one in my pile because I do need that for my run.
I just gotta look at it for at least
a week. Keep it.
And you can put all the rest in my pile.
Just don't put it in anybody else's pile.
Yeah.
I don't put in anybody else's pile.
Poor Ray.
Haunted Library, number 71.
Ah, nice. Dude, Charlton's for this for 33 cents or whatever. Jeez.
I don't know why I showed this one on Cover Slingers, but it was a dog cover. Witching Hour, number 46. With a
that poor dead dog. Yeah, that was a great cover, though. It's a really cool cover, but you just can't with Matilda, really. And we knew that was a weakness. So there's no way Matilda's going to put up with that.
Oh, poor doggy.
I knew it too. I knew it. All right. Saga of the Swamp Thing, number 20.
Cool.
That's why I never showed my dog in trouble on my ghosts.
Yeah.
I thought, yeah, I'll
yeah. When I saw Bree pull that one, I was like, oh, Matilda's not gonna like that one.
Yeah. I'm surprised that she didn't think this was a very well drawn dog. I think it's a great Gene Colan cover.
I guess she just doesn't like the art style. Ooh, nice text.
Yeah, she thought it was too.
Oh, all these books are not in order, so they're mixed up.
Yeah.
Oh, you just got them. Yeah, sure.
You know, classic illustrator, Black Beauty, number 60, a 10th center from 1948.
Nice. Wow.
Yeah. Scotty, that 80s run of, or 80s, 90s run of Hawk and Dove was one of my favorite runs. So well worth collecting. And
I know what Scotty's talking about too. I know exactly what he's talking about.
Super cheap.
I
did the same thing. I've started on Prez now. Randomly picked up a Prez, thinking I could get the rest of them as well. It's just like randomly started Shadow a little while back as well, and also the blinking Superman Family Giants, the Batman Family Giants have all started on. Oh dear!
At least Prez is only 4 issues, but
number 52.
The others, ooh, nice. Yeah, I'm working on the Phantom run myself. Yeah,
of the Sing Pirates. Phantom's not even on the cover, is he?
Ooh.
Pirates are there, but the actual Phantom himself is not on his own cover.
The ghost who walks has done this, so he's probably
there he is. Oh, clever.
Yeah,
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Is he planting a limpet mine there? It looks like he is.
That's what it looks like.
Walt Disney, Donald Duck, number 28 from 1953.
Ooh, robot cover. Super cool.
Hi, Kenneth.
Hey, Ken.
Comics and Stories, a 10th center from 1957.
Wow. Cool. That's probably not a Barks, probably like a Walt Kelly, but still nice find.
Disney, Donald Duck, See the Sun for 10 cents. 1960.
See the Sun for 10 cents.
And they
don't look at any eclipses of that. It might be dangerous.
Yeah. That really wouldn't work like that, by the way, but oh well.
No. Very dangerous.
Number 80, 15th center from 1971.
Oh, yeah. Mort Walker. Yeah.
I've got one Beetle Bailey that I just picked up from gosh knows where.
Yeah.
Just keep hold of it anyway.
I've got a few of them.
7.
Oh, yeah. Really good series.
Weird Western tales. They only put weird just to make it go with the rest of them, didn't they? They're not actually creepy stories, are they? Just normal kind of Western tales.
No, yeah, they're not really supernatural or anything like that. Yeah.
No. Yeah, just to go with the rest of the weird war tales and
it's weird that they always survive when they should be dead after the second adventure, but other than that.
Yeah. You enough?
Yeah. Unless you want me to keep going.
We'll bring Roger in.
Okay.
I got a book.
So, believe it or not, I did go to a flea market, Ray, on Saturday here in East Rutherford, which is Giant Stadium.
Awesome.
But there was 3 people that had boxes of comics. They were super beat up, and they wanted like $5 a piece. And I was like, no. But yeah. I was like, where I need Rayman. I need his aura here, right? But anyway, but on the way, I had to go pick up my wife. She was working on further up north here in New York. And I stopped by this comic book shop, and they had dollar bin, like a lot of them, like about 100 of them. So I spent a couple hours in there, and I put some of this stuff is from there. Okay. So this is the one I picked up when I was over at Connecticut with Higgy Pop Comics.
Yeah.
Ripley's Brave in the Bold, believe it or not, Brave in the Bold. But I love this, jumping the tombstone cover here by this guy, this ghoul. It's got some pretty cool little stories in it. And, like Ray just showed some Classics Illustrated that he's holding for me. I found this one, Jules Verne, Journey to the Center of the Earth.
Nice.
Really cool. It had some issues which I've cleaned up and so forth while I've been here.
I wouldn't go out of my way to buy them, but if I saw them like going cheap somewhere, I'd definitely pick them up.
I couldn't leave that there. I just couldn't leave that there.
The only one I've got is the Green Mansions because I like Rima the Jungle Girl.
Yeah, I mean any Classics Illustrated which pique my interest. Either I've read the novels or I'm interested in the subject matter, I'll pick up. So while I was over at Higgy's place, the Hawk's Nest, I was going through some of his comics, and he gave me this one because it's in Spanish. So
he told me you destroyed the place with your mad antics. He had to throw you out. You were being too crazy.
Let me tell you, that place is pretty awesome. Let me tell you, I wouldn't want anything to happen to it. But kind of reminded me of Matilda there, has a wheelchair. And translating it here, it says that, you did this to me. Get away from me. I don't want any part of you.
You've spoken to Matilda lately?
Yeah.
Have you spoken to Matilda lately? She had a bit of an accident. Matilda had a bit of an accident.
I didn't know.
Yeah, some car knocked her out of her wheelchair, apparently. So she's had a bit of a knock, but she's all right. She's okay. Right. But
I'll message her and see what she's doing. Listen, in New York City, I almost got run over by a car the other day. So believe me, I'm with her. Okay, Superman 289.
Yeah, that's a well-known weird photo ones, but it's good.
Yeah,
it's doubly weird because you've got a photo plus you've got like zero image, kind of like negative space or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, that's why I knew I didn't have this one, and I think Ray or somebody showed this one at some point.
No, I don't have that one either.
You don't have that one? Well, somebody showed it, and I was like, I gotta get it, and the story's pretty cool too.
I've got that one.
All right, so now these are the ones I picked up in those dollar bins. I forgot the name of the store, but it's somewhere down in Central Jersey. So I really enjoy these. I think, that is a weird Superman Higgy. Scotty's going to enjoy these. I love the to pick up these Archie Spire comics. They have essentially Christian messages in them, but these are, at least in my area, not easy to find. I might have.
I read a Charlton, I think it was like Haunted Love or something like that. And pretty much every story was kind of like had a Christian, well, not really a Christian message so much, but it was because they believed in God or whatever, Jesus, that they was able to defeat the enemies kind of thing. Like practically every story in this issue had like kind of messages. They're not actually officially Christian.
Right. Just happens to be the subject matter. Yeah, I got to search that one out.
Yeah.
But this is Archie's One Way. And this one I was really glad because these are hard to find. The Barber Christian comics, Archie's Car. Notice it's the same jalopy as this one. Like it even has like that repair on the front tire, right?
I'd hate to be an Archie collector. I'd hate to be an Archie collector because look at how many blinking titles are there. Like how many years of Archie comics, but how many spin-offs and connections and
they're innumerable.
Christmas specials and
but the Archie Spire, there's a lot less, maybe 40 or so titles. All
right. So that's a target you can achieve probably.
It's somewhat achievable, although there's variance in there. It's hard. They're hard to find in my area for whatever reason. But all right, so I found this one at Dollar Bin. It looks like a Brave and the Bold, but it's actually a DC special. 60 center, real.
Oh thick. Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Yeah,
that's interesting. Brave and the Bold special. Wow.
Yeah, it's got some old Brave and the Bold reprints. A Black Pirate in here. Really cool little issue. I actually might have this one, so this might be going to Ray. I don't know. We'll see.
That's actually a.
Oh, you have this one?
No, I don't.
Oh, you don't? Okay, all right. I might have this one.
That actual whole special is a series, like a DC special, but not the other. It's like a different one. With a lot of there's like Unexpected. Has it got a special in there? Ghost has got a special in there. Secrets of a Haunted House has got a special in there.
Yeah, it's all over the place. Yeah.
Yeah.
And here's Justice League of America 177, which I needed for my run. Don't have this one.
Nice.
And these are, these were pretty good condition. There were a lot of them that were really beat up, you know. So if I can repair them, I took them, but a lot of them were just beyond, you know. Yeah, I wouldn't know where to begin with Archie's either. If you want to see the classic comic collector, he's got a huge Archie collection, but even he takes breaks. So these are real too. These are probably going to my buddy Surf Blue because he loves these westerns. But 10-cent Dell, Wyatt Earp.
Nice.
Yeah.
For $1,
I mean, these are not 33 cents
or
30 cents like yours, but
definitely. Look at the size of that.
Is that a photo or not?
yeah, that was one of his like signature things. He had that long barrel.
Barrel, yeah.
At least on the show. Yeah.
I remember me and my brother had a Wyatt Earp gun as a kid, like a big long barrel on it. It was like a Wyatt Earp gun it was sold as. I remember that.
Yeah, that was one of his things. And here's Gene Autry and Champion, the horse.
Yeah.
Another 10-center.
Nice.
This one is a really good nick, as Gray would say.
Yeah.
For a buck, I couldn't leave it there.
No.
Okay, so these two are kind of weird, but you know, I love the strange stuff, right? So this one is First Amendment Publishing, Robert Shapiro story. So First Amendment had did these issues about like scandals from the 80s and 90s. So somebody sent me, I think it was Tennessee Joe sent me a few of them, and they're just like bizarre stuff. So I just wanted to complete the set. So you have this one. On the other side is Marcia Clark. This is the O.J. Simpson trial lady, the prosecutor. And on this side, I have Loaded. This is a giveaway from the 90s for this video game. And it's very hard to find. I was so glad to find it. I've been after this for years. I actually have the video game back in Florida. So anyway, let's see. The Ben Shapiro, not Ben Shapiro. No, Robert Shapiro. Robert Shapiro. Did I say Ben Shapiro? I'm sorry, Robert Shapiro.
No, you didn't. You didn't say that.
Okay.
But I thought that as well because I've heard of him.
Yeah, sorry about that. Big flub there on my part. All right, so this one I found in there too. Can you believe this? Bugs Bunny Christmas Party.
Oh, nice.
From like 1956.
Wow.
And totally complete. It's got a little bit of a dog ear up here, but I'll take
that one for $1.
Yep. Yeah, and the back it's got like cut out Christmas ornaments.
Cool.
So
any like pound boxes in the UK, it'd be nothing but rubbish in there normally.
Well, same thing here, Gray, honestly, but this shop is new and they fill up the dollar bins like every day. They put in like another box, you know, when people buy it, you know.
They've got so much stock, they just want to clear it probably.
Exactly. They have under the tables, they must have had 500 long boxes. I mean, and I was like, you know, if I had more time, I was like, could I go down there, you know?
Yeah,
but,
definitely.
So Ray, remember I was asking you what you had for me earlier because I found these in there. Lancelot Strong, the Shield, #2, not the original Shield, which you have. This is. I'm trying to complete this Red Circle and Archie Adventure set, and I'm very close. I need a few black
hard as well. There seems to be a lot of them Charlton heroes seem to come in different books, don't they? Like they moved across different companies and stuff.
Well, these were originally actually from the Archie had them, and then they went to Charlton and then back and then DC.
It's the Archie.
Actually,
right.
No, they didn't go to Charlton. They went to DC.
Red Circle was something they did, wasn't it? Oh, that's Red Circle.
Yeah. That's an Archie imprint. And here is Archie Adventure Series, Original Shield #4. Yeah. So these are very tough to find in my area, so that's why I was so glad to get these. Man.
Yeah, DC did Impact. Like, yeah, I was trying to collect the Impact run as well. Like, and Used to be you'd see him everywhere, but when you actually start trying to collect him a little bit later, you don't see him at all.
Exactly. When you're not looking for them, they're everywhere. When you're looking for them, they're nowhere. Yeah.
Right,
all right. So I found this in there.
Questions.
Hey, Kyle.
Kyle.
Hey, you guys are making me nuts. I want to ask questions about every one of those. If that's not all marked up, that's rare as hell.
Superhero catalog. This is I have this one already, but I couldn't leave it there.
All that stuff you guys are getting for $1 is making me want to pull my hair.
You have this one, Ray? Do you have this issue?
I think so. I'm not sure.
I think you do.
I think I do.
Is it are the puzzles done on the inside?
No, actually, it's like near mint condition.
I don't think I have any without some kind of scribbling on them.
Yeah, I know. I have mine. So this one I picked up for you, Ray, in case you don't have it, because it has Captain Strong on there. Who does that remind you of, Ray?
Hi.
Yeah.
He's strong to the finish because he eats his spinach.
You made a bad mistake conjuring up this swag to fight me.
Strong to the finish because he ate Lois's spinach.
No.
I think I do have that.
All right. I thought it was so cool. I couldn't leave it there.
Popeye.
2 iconic characters in the comic.
There's another one around that era. He makes Asterix and Obelix, isn't there?
Yep. All right, go to the next guy. I'll show you my next pile later.
Well, hey, before you jump back into anything else, I got a couple quick questions that are making me nuts because my screen wasn't big enough. Roger?
Yeah.
That later Spire.
Yeah.
Amazing. Those are harder than hell to find.
Yep.
What were the prices on those Spires? I kept just bipping by them, and I'm like, what prices are those? What printing are those?
This is the 35 center, the Spire Christian. This one here, but this one here.
So technically a first and/or second print.
I think that's a first. Yeah. Let me double check because.
I mean, 35 cents pretty much says it. But
yeah, I'm pretty sure there were some. I think there were some 29 centers, but
yeah, there were 29 centers. The no price ones were given away at churches.
Given away, and this one is the 59. This one is the real rare one because this is a later printing.
Yeah, those later prints are impossible.
Yeah. So that's 59 cents.
Hey, what were the prices on all them duck books you got? Because I know you're on the East Coast and the West Coast did the 15-cent print, but I thought I saw 15 center fly by on one of those. Ray's pulling out crazy rare comics and like, yeah, I got that in a bin for like 12 cents.
Yeah, Ray, forget it.
I couldn't type fast enough. He'd pull one up and I'd be like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, that's a first print Classics Illustrated. And before I could type in, that's a first print Classics Illustrated. He's 2 books past it.
Yep. Ray found some gems, man.
You see the other one.
I discovered there's a heck of a lot of Archie
that short stack
books
of books I'd pay $75 for without even batting an eye. And those 20 packs, they did a kind of end of year bundle with those. They even did 30 packs of those things. Wow. They do 20 and 30 packs, and they just do an end of year bundle and stick overstock in there. But hell, the front one showing was a rare 4th print Death of Superman, and then right next to that was the first major appearance of Doomsday.
Yep.
It's like, well, you got probably a $50 bundle right there.
Yeah, at least. Yeah.
So yeah, and the 5th prints, those are the DC Universe logos.
Yeah,
those
are crazy expensive.
And there's nothing special about them, just that they only made like 5,000 of them.
Yeah. And they were just so far at the end that
stuck them in bundles like that to go for mass
sale.
When they're in packages like that,
I got that one.
These are so awesome. And I haven't jumped back to commenting on his Lois Lanes. I was having so much fun with those. But if they're in them DC packs,
that is
cool.
Like
that, they're actually put out by DC and just bundled together.
Mm-hmm.
I like that one, Greg.
Yeah, that's cool.
That is bizarre as can be.
That middle creature kind of looked like Gray. Is that just me, or did that not look like him?
Well,
got that little pinkish hue of his face right there.
It was just you.
It was just you.
Yeah. You know,
You had my
every time I
side,
see
but
Graham, I want to go into a Smothers Brothers routine. Because my mom likes you best.
Well,
she called me the other day. I am coughing up a lung. She doesn't ask, how are you, son? She says, how's Gray and Lisa? Mom always liked you best.
This is what Mummy should have done to you when you were young, Kyle. You got a few more of these and you'd have grown up more righteous.
Oh, trust me. I got my share of those. I got my share of those.
Yeah, Scotty's right. It reminds me of Gandalf the Grey. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what Lisa calls me. She calls me Gandalf sometimes because
you're not that old yet, but
no, but Grey because my name's Grey. So Gandalf the Grey. She calls me Gandalf instead.
Makes sense. Yeah. Makes sense.
Little bit of cat fighting.
Slap.
This is Lois goes to Krypton and steals Superman's father from his missus, basically.
Wow.
Yeah. Now that Green Lantern appearance, what year was that?
Ooh. You mean a Green Arrow?
Or that Green Arrow? Yeah. I mean, what year are you in? You're
pre-66, guys.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you reckon that counts as ice ray, man?
Yeah, look at the icicles. Yeah, sure.
You can see the icicles.
Yeah.
I talked about deep freeze.
Wow. That's a 10.
Where are you at in the run here? Like 1964?
That's the last one I needed. Sorry, Carl?
Where are you at in that run? Where is that? Like 1964, 63, 64?
I'll have to have a look because there's nothing on the outside.
But yeah, when you talked about that Green Arrow, I thought, well, you got World's Finest 96 through 98.
65.
Kirby did him. Huh?
65 I'm on at the moment.
65. Yeah, that's what I figured. That Green Arrow would have been about a 63 or 64.
It's actually 61. The Green Arrow.
61. Yeah. Yeah. The first Silver Age technically would have. Well, see, no, because that Kirby run in World's Finest kind of borders them.
Yeah, it's close. Yeah,
it's kind of because it's.
I'm holding this for a politics week on Cover Slingers at some point.
But yeah, I mean that's where they test marketed him, was in the back of World's Finest.
Yeah,
with Kirby, and then they did that, and they just couldn't get it to pick up, and then he didn't take off till Neil Adams revamped him.
Gandalf the Grey Man, that's me.
Raven the Bold.
Atari Force in French.
Wait, what? Atari Force in French for only $5, dude. Snatch that up. An Atari for $5 in decent shape is worth it. An Atari, I've never seen one in French.
I've never heard of it. No, me either.
I mean, it was so popular. You'd figure there's going to be.
You got the go-go check. Superman saying, "I'll tell you why I'll never marry you, Lana, or you, Lois. Who wants a wife so stupid she doesn't realize I'm Superman when I take off my Clark Kent glasses?"
Yeah.
Harsh.
Very harsh. Yeah, I have that one too. Yeah.
I've used this one before on Music Week.
The misogyny of those comics just defies description.
Yeah,
at the time, though, it was acceptable, you know.
The acceptability of issues in those comics is wild. And I just read what was I just reading? Superman Giant or something. And I just read this Giant Superman. It just features the story where Lois gets spanked by the Superman robot, and Superman kind of engineered it to punish her. So she gets a spanking. This one's just madness.
Oh, gosh, yeah,
just absolutely crazy. She's suddenly got mutant feet, and she's trying to finesse it that she's happy that she's got mutant feet, but really she's dying inside.
Wow. You showed that on another show sometime. I remember.
I've heard it shout on Slingers. I can't remember what for now. Was it feet or something like that, or toes?
Yeah.
It might have been toes. Lois Lane in They Call Me the Cat. Right, this one I've used for execution covers.
Oh, yeah. Off with his head.
Off with his head. This has always been like a spurious thing from the Silver Age, where Superman has an excuse for not doing something because it will give him a shock and they might die from the shock. It's like, what? This is poor Lois. When the blade shatters on my invulnerable neck, the shock may destroy her mind for good. So, okay, super psychiatrist, if you say so.
Yeah, right.
They should have made it kryptonite blade.
Yeah.
They would have made that more
Yeah.
More of a danger, yeah. And there's a nice Lois giant.
Yep, I got that one. Yeah.
super
Lois is
wedding
Lucius
cover.
Gunmold. Look, she got the cigarette in her mouth and everything. The courtship of mental man. Tell me that's not me too. That can't be right. I sent off for that hypnotism book in the comics, but it never worked.
It was just the glasses with that frosted
No, it
spiral.
was. I didn't really send off for them, but now I know you did, Roger.
I don't know if I sent off for it, but I know I had them. My brother might have sent off for them, actually.
Fair enough. You just went for the X-ray specs, yeah?
Those didn't work either, I'm sure.
I heard.
Didn't the guy that created those just die?
Maybe.
I showed this one on Jerk Week, Superman being a jerk.
Oh, yeah, there's lots of those, yeah.
Yeah, the guy that created the X-ray specs and a lot of that comic stuff just died.
I wouldn't mind getting a replacement of this one because some of the word balloon's been scribbled over and the blurb box.
Oh, yeah.
So I wouldn't mind getting a replacement for that someday. She trains some flying fish to jump out of the water, color coordinated to make a symbol of Superman so she can call Superman. It's like, okay, that sounds feasible.
Sure.
Featuring Lois Lane's Aquaman tricks, it says. Yeah. Wow. Interesting stuff. Right then, let's go to Ray again. For more good cheap comic books.
Here I am, sitting here, looking, just like I did Saturday on Cover Slingers. Look what I'm looking at right now. Didn't even notice it's Saturday.
Oh,
nice dog cover.
Oh my God.
Lady and the Tramp. Yeah, and Scamp.
That's a perfect 10.
Unbelievable.
One of my favorite movies as a kid was that.
Oh my God.
Hey,
here we go.
I'm going to a quiz night tomorrow night. Me and Lisa are going to a quiz night. So if anyone wants to throw out any general knowledge questions, like in chat or anything, just to get my brain, limbered up for tomorrow, feel free.
And I won't say a piece. Man, I am loving all these Classics Illustrated.
That's a 10 center, so that's what is that? It's a first or second print, right, Kyle?
First print. If they're 10 cents, they're first print. Period.
10 cent first, right? Okay.
There's like
I've heard that name, Silas
late
Marner,
80s, early 90s issues. Like,
never read the story or don't even know what's about.
94 have a 15-cent first print.
Number 3 from 1977.
That's a DC special too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a DC special. Yep, definitely.
Special.
Yeah, it's got special on there.
Yeah.
Can you say special?
I think the Unknown Soldier's got one in there as well, because I think I got an Unknown Soldier special from that run as well recently. I think it was.
Possibly.
Remember now.
West, number 74 from 1969.
Cool.
Beauty.
Draw.
1969?
1969.
Yeah.
What month's on it?
March.
Oh, okay,
not September. Not September.
Not needed.
So what's your trivia tonight, Graham?
You let me know.
No, we're going to it's a pub quiz tomorrow night. So I don't know what but any trivia anyone wants to fire out, just to sort of, just to get the brain working.
But it's UK relevant, right?
Sorry. No, it'll be different.
It'd be UK relevant, right?
I found my Operation Ghost Moon Defenders.
55.
I couldn't find the other day.
Nice. Gas! They're using poison gas!
Oh, wow.
Yes.
How many poison gas covers are there?
Why would they make mustard gas green?
I fear factor. So people know
it's out better.
Yellow or orange would have been so punchier, so much punchier there.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe he just didn't like yellow.
Attack. Number 47 from
Make some
19.
real spaghetti for Dad there. Don't use that canned Chef where you do stuff. That's nice.
There's a hard one to find. Why are those hard to find, Roger?
Well, because they're 60 centers first of all.
Yep.
Yeah, those 60 centers are
super low print runs on those.
I've heard they even went regional, like they didn't even put them on the West Coast.
Johnny Quest Special.
Yeah, they were
Wasabi
just stupid low prints.
So, yeah, low print. The 75 centers are even lower.
And have a little dog.
Oh, look at that. I've never seen that before.
Well, the 75 centers, there's only like 10 of them.
Yeah. 1985, 86.
They got rid of what they had. They're like, we paid for the art, we paid for the comic.
Yeah.
Except like 3 of them are reprints. That didn't make much sense.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like
that's a good looking through a window.
They're like, yeah, we got to print it, get it out of here, declare bankruptcy.
Ghostly Tales, nice.
Another dog you could have used.
That's
a werewolf.
It's a wolf.
It's a canine, right? Isn't a wolf a canine?
Can you imagine how collectible those would be on better print stock?
Oh man,
seriously. I mean, they'd be calling 100 different covers, classic stories.
To find a 9.8 Charlton from that era is next to nothing. Cool. Yeah.
DC sampler.
Yeah.
I got my thought process is, in like 30 or 40 years, that may have, or 20 years, that may have like an EC effect.
Could
people realize there's some really good stuff in Charlton, and then the scarcity of it.
Yeah, and they
didn't balance well. It's either really good or just.
That's a pretty savage one, isn't
it? That's Kyle there in his Marine days, right there.
Yeah,
big boot.
That's been through some water.
Yeah, that's been through a war right there.
Survived a flood.
I'm not sure that title would
down here in the
work nowadays.
Oh yeah.
Tiger to the yellow.
Right, yeah.
Tiger to the yellow.
That's seen some water.
I'll take it. All right, Peter Bailey from 1960, number 28.
Wow, nice. Yeah, the
Space Wars
are
1960.
60. Yeah, because still 10 cents. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's probably got it written down, but why would you know? Why would you know that's either 60 or 61 and nothing else?
Because it says still 10 cents.
Because it says still.
Right. You guys even on the back door
nothing in 59 says still. It's 60 and 61.
Late 61, they went to 12. So that's how you know it's sort of in that area.
How about Looney Tunes? Number 179, 1956.
Cool.
Baseball cover.
Yet again, you can get those for nothing. And to me, I'd say $25 all day long. And you can get them for like under $5 anywhere in any condition and not graded.
Yeah.
And to me, those are like $25 books. They're highly popular. They're a thing.
Obviously, they're not.
And it boggles my mind. That's one trend I will never understand.
Roger,
I get the craving for superheroes, but
Roger's gonna want this one. Classic Illustrated from 1945, number 26. Frankenstein.
Oh my gosh!
That probably worth some, isn't it?
Well, there's no price on it, so more than likely that's like a 10th print.
Cool.
Pull that out. It's awesome. It's definitely a print. Yeah, and the smaller box.
The first print, it just had classic comics on the top. It didn't have illustrated.
Classic comics, yeah. That's like that should HRN in the 90s or 100s.
Still old. It's 1956.
God damn it. Ray, that's not fair. We can't smell those two.
Yeah, that's not fair at all. I bet you that smells
So
fabulous.
what issue does that go up to on the back page? On the
what's the highest
like
HRN
somewhere
number
between 97 and 118.
What? Who, where?
Look in the back cover.
Look at the back cover.
Back cover.
Look at the back cover.
What's the lowest? What's the highest number in there?
On the page?
On the back cover.
It lists the Classics Illustrated comics.
On that bottom
Does
one.
it go
What
to
is that
97 or something?
Little lower. I mean higher.
Numbers?
Yeah, up.
No,
top.
higher. Where your hand is? Where your
Your
other hand
numbers
is?
on your other fingers.
Oh my God! You guys are killing me.
Get the magnifying glass.
No, real close to the camera.
Black Beauty.
Okay, so it's
What
got to be at least
number?
the second print.
Black
What number
Beauty.
was it?
Okay.
Every time you say the number, you cut out. Say it again, mate.
I said Black Beauty is number 60.
Number 60.
60.
60. That's a third or fourth print.
Yeah, it's at least second.
The
probably
second
third,
prints are usually like if it's a issue in the 20s, the second print is an issue in the 30s or like 42. 42
Dun, dun, dun,
highest
Inspector
feature you get there,
Ray.
second
Dun,
print.
dun,
Inspector Ray.
So that's probably a third print. It's awesome. There's no price on it
cool.
either. That's what's cool.
Yeah, that's a cool find, Ray. Really cool.
That's still I'd pay $5 or $10 for that without batting an eye.
Oh, all day. All day.
You need to change your baseball cap for a
Yeah.
deer stalker when you get the magnifying glass out, and a pipe. Do you ever smoke one of them big pipes?
Probably has one around there somewhere.
Sherlock Rayman.
So why do people get you grumpy hats? Are you grumpy that we don't know about?
Nice.
No, it was given to my wife. She didn't want it, so I took it.
It's a cast off.
Oh, okay.
That's a
Yeah,
Bernie
that's
Wrightson cover.
That's
Bernie
definitely
Wrightson cover
not
right
the
there.
Seven Dwarf.
Very
I
nice.
think of you.
Yeah. Very nice. I have that one. Yep.
House of Secrets.
Great Halloween cover.
Yeah.
All right. Elvira's House of Mysteries, number 11.
Oh, Dave
Oh
Stevens
yeah, I've got
cover.
that one.
Yeah.
Dave Stevens. That's a
Jambo
money
came
book,
in that
right?
one, I
That's
think.
$20 in
Yeah.
any condition.
That's a $20 comic. Yep.
Who wears women's clothing?
Yep.
No.
Just
That
what-
higher
you got
grade,
that
that's $100 book, but
Yeah, if it's 9, whatever, but
Tales of
Yeah.
the Unexpected, number 53 from 1960.
Oh,
Ooh.
lovely.
and these are all
Space
things
Ranger.
you got in that bin, huh?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
You're killing me,
Those are
Ray.
all,
You're killing me.
so
man.
what? 75 for 200. What is that? Less than 50 cents.
30 some
50,
cents,
70.
buddy. Yeah.
Yeah, 30.
And
That's ridiculous. You make
what year is that? That's got to be 50. Is that 50s or very early 60s? I got that one the other day. That one by Tower Adventures.
Yeah, I got that one. Yeah, that's space.
Just
That
read it.
Tales of Unexpected.
I'm
is
always
late
asking
50s, I think,
trivia
yeah.
about this one.
It's the first
Yeah.
one that was in comic book size. All
What's-
the others were magazine size.
Yep.
Yep. And it's the last issue.
You'll
Oh,
like
yeah.
this.
And it came out a couple of years after the series just to tie it off.
Ray's wearing his wife's hat, so you're wearing women's clothing, according to Scott.
You'll like
Oh,
this.
that's what he's
interesting.
talking about. Yeah.
I think that hat is unisex, Scott, but whatever floats your boat, mate.
Well, I don't know. Maybe those bonnets. I wouldn't think
Is that enough?
I would want to wear that. But
You done, Rayman?
Speaking of those warlords, you said you got a full.
me,
He said he had a full run of
Oh, no.
warlords. Did that include the first issue?
Ray's
special
got
one?
more.
One more. I'll show you one
more.
more.
Right.
All right.
Magic.
He gonna
Number
make
one.
Mark Troy crazy
Ah,
with this
number
one.
one. The big head.
That's not
Oh!
Black Magic 1.
No way.
Oh, what the heck?
No
That's not
way.
a different one, is it? That's 1961. That's an interesting one. I've never seen that
Jeez,
before.
that's a prize,
Um,
man.
Ray,
What company is
get
it?
him in touch
Prize.
suddenly. Get him in touch with Mark.
Jeez,
That is on
man.
Mark's list.
Dude, those things are so hard to find. Wow.
I haven't seen that run.
Imagine that. That was in there.
Wow.
That looks.
It's in good condition too.
Yeah. Those are so hard to find. Those prize comics from that.
I mean,
era.
granted, that's not the DC version of it, but that's still
No,
No.
but the
and
DC
61
version
still
is
a couple
much
$100
easier to find.
without even trying.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the late
black
DC
cover
version of
without
it.
all that
Behind it.
chipping.
Yeah, I have some
61.
DCs. Yeah, there's some good stuff. But yeah.
I mean, the
Tim's got a
DCs
question
go
for you,
into the
Ray.
50s.
Tim's got a question. What is your address and when do you leave the house?
When does he leave the house?
It seems like a perfectly innocent question.
Yeah. I'm gonna go visit Ray sooner rather than later. The way things are going here.
But you're not going to tell him.
Yeah, I think his wife might need some Yankee memorabilia. I have to shoot her way.
Yeah. We love you, Roger.
All right, buddy. All right. So as I was saying before, these are from that dollar bin. I couldn't leave this one here. 15-cent. Our Fighting Forces number 120 with a nice cover.
Nice.
I just love the perspective here of that Messerschmitt just bearing down on this guy. There's no way he could pull that up, I think. But anyway. And then,
can I tell you from personal experience, being in a combat line and seeing a plane or a helicopters makes you cry for mommy before you even know what happened while you're dropping a dookie in your pants.
I'm sure.
I mean, the speed, there's no way of capturing the speed and the surprise of just 1 minute something's going on and the next minute, whoosh. And it's like, well, if they were shooting, I Swiss cheese.
Yeah, you can't miss from that.
And you don't even have time to think. You're thinking it as they're gone.
Yeah.
So,
I can't imagine. I've never been in a combat situation, but and here's one like the.
Can I tell a quick 2-minute story relevant to that about my stepdad?
Sure, it's okay with me.
Would you mind, Gray?
Well,
my stepdad was in World War II.
I don't care.
My stepdad was in World War II.
Put him up
and
here.
They were trudging up in Africa. And he told me there's not a lot going on, but when it happened so fast. Walking down the middle of the street, he's an MP and they're in North Africa. And he sees a plane off in the distance and he has time to think, oh shit, that's a plane. I need to go get cover. And it does a hard bank left and he turns to run. And by the time he does, it's already strafing him. And he says, I took one step to the left and the round split him on both sides.
Wow.
He said, I didn't even have time to shit my pants. He's like, I saw it. It turned. It was on me. It happened. I looked back. He was taken off. And I looked at the ground and there were just pock marks right next to me. And he's like, if my finger would have been up anywhere, if something would have happened, he said, I'd have been covered in Purple Hearts. He said, but I saw, I turned, it happened, it was over.
Wow.
And he's like, okay. And all his World War II stories were like that. It's like, for 23 days, nothing happens. Bam, that happens. 10 days, nothing happens. But he's like, that's what you never forget because it literally freezes time when you think back at it. And when he'd tell the story, he'd shake, he'd cry. Because he's like, I could do nothing. Yeah. It was so instantaneous that it was high. And by the time the thought, I'm dead, goes through your head, they're past you.
Wow.
So, and it was just mind-boggling hearing those stories. And he's like, and his brother, because he had 5 brothers, 4 of which went to the war. He had one sleeping in Germany. He was sleeping in a sleeping bag in a snowstorm up in Germany. And he was padded in a little igloo catching a 2-hour nap. And he woke up to a tank rolling over him.
Oh.
And it split him. And he said he didn't have 6 inches on either side. And it split him.
Wow.
A perfect line.
Yeah, I can't imagine. That's so over the top. So, all right. So here's more from that dollar bin. Here's World's Finest, number 210. Neil Adams.
Oh, yeah.
Blank face.
Yeah,
Neil Adams.
This would have worked for the doggy too, but
even the dog, yeah.
Pretty cool, all right, Ray?
It is cool.
Look at that.
I've got that one.
Look at that kind of
the best Neil Adams drawn face ever.
Yeah.
Huh.
And speaking of Charlton, Kyle, I found this one in there. I have this one, but mine is pretty beat up, so I got it. And this one has a Michael Mauser, Joe Staten cover story in the backup. Vengeance Squad #2.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of the Vengeance Squad from Marisi, but the Michael Mauser stories are fun.
Michael Mauser, PI.
Yeah, because I'm a big E-Man fan, and so he was originally started. He was a supporting character in E-Man, and then he moved over to his own backups.
You know what this episode is going to cause me to do? I'm going to hobble upstairs once this is done and just go smell my goddamn comics.
Yeah, I do that every day pretty much.
Ray smelled that classics, and I'm like,
yeah. I'm going to smell mine now that you said
classics box.
All right, so this was in there as 2. I'm trying to finish up this run too. And what's funny about this is this thing is like mint. I don't know. They must have just thrown this in here. Aquaman #58 with the fisherman back there.
I was going through my Aquaman the other day, like a later run. I thought I had the whole run, and somehow I'd stopped it, and I was about, I don't know, 8 or 10 issues short of the full run, and I'm like, oh, and that box is like totally full. And it's like, do I really want to get them comics? Because I won't be able to fit them in that box now. It's like
right. And then this, I found
always
this
been said,
one
I've got that full run, I always say, but then I haven't. It's like,
you have the one after the Adventure Comics run, this one? Because this continues
no,
from
it's a little one later than that. I can't remember which one it is now. It's probably like a 90s one or something like that.
Oh, the 90s one. Okay, all right. Because this one only went to like 63 or so. And then
I think I've got like from 88 onwards, I think I've got most of the Aquaman until like New 52 kind of thing.
Scotty was talking about how sometimes you go in and you're looking for stuff in the dollar bin, and then you actually accidentally now want to collect another set. This is what happened with this one. First issue special #2.
I got that.
The Green Team.
I got that.
Of course you do, Ray.
So, yeah, and that makes me think back to Ray. Ray, you said that Warlord collection you got has a. Does it have first issue special 8?
Yep.
Okay.
I've got a full
run.
You've got the full run of this,
full
Ray.
run of that as well.
Gnawman has a full run of this. I'm about halfway, a little over halfway there. So I figure, why not? I'm going to Heroes Con here in a couple of weeks.
Just happen to be in the box next to me as well.
I've got all the expensive ones already, so I just need the fillers. So
funny thing is with that one, I think that #2 was the one I bought as a kid. I bought that as a kid, then later on I sold it because it wasn't superhero related, and now I've gone back and bought them all again.
There it is. There's the Warlord 8. Yep, there's the first issue special 8.
Yeah.
For 30 cents.
Yet again,
wow.
I mean that's cheaper than it should be, but that's still Ray got his money's worth and then some off of that.
All right,
I paid 15 quid for my copy.
Continuing from that great dollar bin, King Comics Phantom #18.
Ooh, nice.
I'm trying to get the King Comics run of
these King Comics are all pretty much short runs.
Mandrake the Magician. I'm trying to get the run from that from King.
I was about to ask what makes that so special, and then the top corner gives it away.
Yeah.
Brand new.
And also, it doesn't
those
say
were
it
the
on
first
here.
new Phantom comic stories in like 20 years.
A long time since
they kept in the strips, but they were strip reprints, and that's the first.
I think the Harveys, right?
Original.
Yeah.
Are you sure they weren't running in Australia still? Because I know Australia is mad about Phantom.
But what's cool about this is
that's like the first issue of brand new stories too.
Yeah, it's a few before this one. Yeah. But also in here is Flash Gordon by Al Williamson, backup, which is beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful stuff. And speaking of Flash Gordon, I found this one in there, #5.
Nice.
Again, I'm trying to collect this set. I think I have 1, 2, 5, and one other. So I have to check my list. I'm pretty close.
I have some. I'd have to go up and flip through them, but you can have them if I have them.
Oh, thanks, Kyle, buddy.
What was that?
Huh?
Did you write the year down?
Yeah, hold on.
66.
This is, by the way, it's signed by Flash Gordon right there.
There you go.
Oh, the actor from the 80s.
Is that 66 or 67?
I think Kyle's right. I think it is 66, but let me confirm here. It is 67. You're correct, sir.
I knew 5 kind of crept into 60, or later it kind of crept into 60.
Yeah, they were. I knew they were in that era, but I didn't know exactly. I read it, but I didn't check on the.
And why did they relaunch all those then?
Why the strip? You mean the strip reprint people?
Why did they relaunch the Phantom and?
Oh, because didn't they have a show?
King Comics?
Wasn't there a show?
Not a movie.
Well, yeah, they ended up with a cartoon, but what caused it? What happened in February 1966?
I was 2 years old, dude. I mean, 1 actually.
It happened on television.
Oh, was that the lunar landing?
No, that was
more the landing. That was 69.
Later. That was after that. Yeah.
February 1966.
Was
what debuted on television that caused a new comic book superhero craze?
Star Trek?
Batman.
Oh, of course, man. I was thinking sci-fi.
I thought I gave you guys a layup with that.
Dude, that was a major.
The reason they relaunched all those was the Batman craze.
I did not know that.
No.
I did not know that. All right. So, Ray, this is why I told you to show me what you got, because I found a Mantech number 4. I know Scotty has the whole set.
Yeah,
Mantech. I never even heard of it.
There you go. Yeah. It was a toy line.
Warriors.
I remember. I'm pretty sure I had one of these. But it's cool. You know, it has Dick Ayers art in it, and it's just one of those quirky series. Only 4 in the set. I love it.
Did they have a Mantech from Atlantis?
No. No, they did not, Kyle. Funny man. And here's
I'm trying to pull out some trivia for Gray there.
Ooh, nice.
Love that.
Right?
Love that one.
This is. You have this one, Ray?
No, I ain't got that one.
So, what's special about this one, Kyle? Here I'm hitting Kyle up.
Ray beat me to it. I was about to say I'd love to have that for that blue costume.
What's special about this one? Let me give you a hint. It has something to do with DC Comics.
What? EC Comics?
DC.
Well, that looks like Wally Wood.
Nope. That's not
that
it.
has something to do with EC, but that's not Wally Wood.
DC, not EC.
DC. Oh, okay. So is that the parade? Does it have the stuff from the parade in there?
Kind of getting warm. But no, it's not part of the parade.
Oh, okay. Well, it's not part of the parade. I'm guessing there's a poster picture in there or something.
No.
Or are you going with the slime thing being swamp thing?
Right. They're actually copying the swamp thing in here, but the association is that this was the last issue of Submariner. If you look at the last issue of Aquaman before the reboot, he presses this button and it blows up this satellite. And in this issue, you see the same hand of Aquaman right there, pressing the same button and blowing up that satellite. So
nice.
That continues in this issue.
I've heard about that one. That's right. It's super blinking niche, isn't it? Super blinking Easter egg or what you want to call it.
Easy question for you. Easy question.
Yeah.
Who came first, Aquaman or Submariner, and by how much?
Well, Namor was first, wasn't he?
I think Namor was first. He was in 1939.
5 years?
Picture Funnies. And Aquaman was
2 years. 39 to 41.
After,
1941.
Yeah, it was pretty close.
And where did Aquaman first appear?
More
we
fun.
Saw it the other day. We saw it the other day on our show in a book that Darren was going through.
Was it like a comic cavalcade or something like that?
Oh yeah, I don't remember.
More Comics 73.
More Comics
in 1941. Who else appeared in that comic for the first time?
Green Arrow.
Green Arrow and Speedy.
Green Arrow and Speedy. Okay, I know Spectre. All right,
Aquaman, Green Arrow, and Speedy all appeared in this.
All right, that's enough for me. Go to the next. I'll finish off with the next round.
I've got a couple of weird characters. I'd love to get the first appearance by. I'd love to get the first appearance of the Gentleman Ghost for some reason. I just like that character. Also, I wouldn't mind getting the first appearance of Johnny Peril and Dr. 13. I wouldn't mind, but I think they're quite comics.
Wasn't Johnny Peril in a DC showcase?
Wasn't General
I'm
Ghost
sure.
Atomic Age?
I think he's quite early, quite old Johnny Peril.
Like
Or,
1956,
I'm thinking of Johnny Double.
57.
Yeah, Johnny Double is a showcase. Yeah, I've got that one.
That's what I'm thinking about. Yeah,
got that one fairly recently. The
thanks,
demon in the
Colin.
bottle. Most people think it's alcohol, but apparently it's a genie. Lois in a swimsuit, guys.
Oh yeah, Norman has that one.
That's a bikini. That's actually important. That's an early bikini issue. That, and now that I think of it, those are post 66. Right? That still might be the first bikini issue because I was in a Lois comic.
First cover of a bikini.
Unless Archie, maybe Archie had
a lot of tryout stuff in that series.
Yeah. A lot of the beach scenes in Archie's though, so maybe they had one. I don't know. Maybe
I'm gonna do a feature on the DC Silver Age polygamy, whatever the word is, bigamy issues. This is a bigamy story. There's a Jimmy Olsen one as well. And
hey Aaron, how you doing, buddy?
She finds out she's going to be the 10th wife, and she's not happy, and that's why Superman's laughing.
Yeah, Shield did come out before Captain America, right?
We can see the change in clothing for this one. Like that's much more 70s than the 50s, like 60s.
Yeah,
kind of,
mini skirt
definitely got more. The clothing just looks, and also Splitsville for Lois and Superman. She's whipping the girlfriend off of the title.
Did you use that one for logo interaction?
Willing to bet.
So.
Willing to bet.
Sorry, mate?
That's the summer of 1967. I bet that's cover dated somewhere between like September and October 1967.
Well, you want me to check the date?
That's the summer of that mini skirt. That would have been on the stands in the summer of love.
To be honest, it's blinking got a bit of ink over it. I think it says 68. There's a bit of ink there though, so I can't really make it out. It could be 68 though. Maybe it was a bit late. They tend to they don't always have their fingers on the.
It would be January, February.
They're a bit late sometimes with the. You say it would have come out in 67 but it would have come out.
Yeah,
and the date is later.
They probably created it 3-4 months before.
I mean, because
yeah. I get you.
Again, they used Lois Lane as the bellwether for that, like the bikinis, the mini skirts, the things like.
Yeah, she was the trendsetter.
They were putting it in there to see if they could get away with it.
Well, you know, Kyle, that comics they ape pop culture like right after things happen, you know. So.
Yeah. But I mean, like the things they couldn't take chances on, like that Lois Lane and like powering women with the first Silver Age Catwoman, different and more powerful. The Switch issue, which was incredible.
Yeah,
the bikinis, the short
great.
skirts, the model.
I'm Curious Black one.
You would think that series would be impossible to complete because of so many significant things to that, and it just barely bumps. It just barely.
There are some,
and like I said, I bet I'm with that. That's the first mini skirt in comics.
Could be,
or major comics, you know, legitimate comics. And like the first bikini was that, you know, Archie didn't test the waters till DC the chance, and they kept the chance in Lois Lane.
Definitely
there's probably 30 different issues of first time comics, first time in comics, comics, and it's like, well, it was a $20 book going along, then it's $25, then you know, there's just no up to it, and there's cultural significance just rampant throughout that series.
I got that one.
Because as long as they kept selling it and they kept testing waters.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to remember the main person I heard but comic book history will bear that out through interviews and everything. They just, if they wanted to try something, was the biggest tryout issue.
Yeah, I've heard that before. Yeah.
To test market trends, to test market what they could get away with.
Well, because you had a female character,
ever till.
I mean, they did a few things with Wonder Woman
they entertained the drug issue stories Yeah, they had meetings, and I've heard Neil Adams say this. That's where they were going to put drug issues, and they decided to do it in Green Lantern, Green Arrow, and only after Marvel had done it, there was a discussion to do it in Lois Lane. You know, if you're going to test the waters, test it here.
I'm sure. Yeah, you know, Shebab has a complete set of these. Pretty impressive set she's
and then you think, you know, everybody gives, and it's incredible. That short run of O'Neil Adams, Green Lantern, Green Arrow, for the cultural significance is incredible.
Yeah.
And it can't hold.
Yeah, but I think it's more popular because of Neil Adams than if it was any other artist.
Yeah.
He elevated that.
I mean, but title. Yeah, and it's so weird to say there would be massive Neil Adams without them test marketing the crap through like Schaffenberger guys in Lois Lane.
Exactly.
That's cool.
And it's just campy. I mean, is there an issue of that that's not campy? And yet they tell culturally significant.
Yeah. Later on, they went to more straightforward stories.
They
but
told
in this
the
era,
drugs. Yeah. How would they have told a drug story in that? Yeah. How would Jimmy Olsen have been Speedy shooting heroin on the cover?
That would have made sense. Yeah.
I mean, that's a huge what if, and that was talked about. You know, would it have been Jimmy? It had to have been Jimmy Olsen shooting up.
Most probably. I don't think they would do that to Lana. So
yeah,
it would probably be Jimmy.
Yeah. Take care, Tim. But yeah, I mean that's mind-boggling.
And you can think, right, of a story. You know, he's out there chasing a story, photographer, and all that. He gets caught up in some kind of illicit deal, and so they drug him up in order to get him out of the way. You can think of how that would have worked out.
Yeah.
Great what if
was that
story.
Movie with Gene Hackman? Doesn't that happen to Gene Hackman in one of them films that he did? The second one in the series. I can't remember what it was now.
That, but can you imagine a story where Superman's like off planet and Jimmy Olsen runs into that and dies?
I was thinking of this one, but it turns out it's snow rather than ice.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's snow though, so she even says it.
Just picture this though.
I've been turned to snow.
Oh, snow! Yeah, she'll rip that apart.
That wouldn't have worked.
That's a classic one for that.
If it says snow,
but just picture Jimmy Olsen stumbling into like a drug house, and then they tie him down to question him, and he thinks he's going to call Superman and get free, but Superman's off planet, and they drug him with an unnamed drug to try and get him to talk, and he overdoses and dies.
Waistcoat.
Yeah,
what a story that would have been.
That would have been, yeah.
I mean, you could cover years with that, how it messed with Superman's head, then they could bring him back later through some retcon or whatever. Yeah. But
I think that's a little too advanced for that era, though. I don't think they would have killed him. I mean, Speedy, remember Speedy? I mean,
right on the cusp of it.
That was like, I remember that was like, wow, that was way out there,
I remember that
because it just came out of left field.
This one, I really think this is a really good cover.
If I were Gulliver in that situation, I'd be smelling that bikini. Or if I was the little tie-in.
Look at a costume there. A suit, 70s
You're younger than I am, but you're getting to the dirty
look
old
at Superman's face. Look at Superman's face. To me, it's really haunting. It's like he's you know what I mean. Just I think that's a really good cover.
Creepy. That's super creepy, Gray.
Yeah.
Definitely a tree cover.
Yeah,
there's a nice giant.
Didn't Matilda say that wasn't a tree or something?
Yeah, exactly. I tried to play. It wasn't a tree. It says tree on there, Matilda.
Yeah.
It says there it's becoming a tree. It's not a tree.
It was better than the blinking plain old tree cover because it was like, in my opinion anyway. But there you go. Such is life. Such is life when you're Matilda.
Notice one of Aaron's comments here, Gray. He says, shouting out the years on the show.
Yeah, what was that about?
That I think he's saying there was a lot of old guys on here. That's what he's saying.
I think it's because Kyle was saying was that 66, 65, 7. I thought that's what he was talking about. But
Maybe,
definitely.
maybe.
There's some
Maybe I'm misinterpreting it that era.
Sure.
I apologize.
Yeah,
but that's okay. We are experienced for sure.
Jimmy Olsen might have been on drugs during the Grant Morrison run.
Hmm.
Right. I reckon they could have made Stapp a car into a drug addict.
Well, didn't they?
That would have worked.
Wasn't that the case? I seem to remember a story where he was. No, he was a criminal though, not a drug addict. Yeah. Oh, Rose and the Thorn. I really like those backup stories in there. By the way, those are pretty good.
Yeah. I think one of these was the debut of Rose and Thorn as well in Lois Lane.
Okay, cool.
I think that's gone up in price a little bit. This is the wacky one. The world's upside down.
Oh yeah, nice perspective. Look at those
great
boots.
Costume as well. I love all Lois's outfits. Every single one, every single one of her outfits.
Yeah,
I think she looks really cool.
my dad had a restaurant, and I remember one of the ladies, waitresses, when she was leaving, she had boots just like that with the tie all the way up to the knee.
Yeah. I like the way they changed the hairstyle up as well. She's got short hair now, like a little short bob. Lisa's hair is like this at the moment. Yeah. Kind of similar to that.
Was he a smooth criminal? Maybe. Those are very short shorts.
I do believe parachute covers are on the wheel.
Yeah, parachute, shorts.
I don't remember anybody wearing shorts that short.
What were those shoes called? What were those shoes called?
What?
They're called Kyle specials.
Those are socks. I'm sorry, I thought those were go-go boots.
Yeah. I don't know. No. I don't know much about shoes. I just wear them.
Speaking of Go-Go Comics, who did their first artwork for DC in Go-Go Comics? First pro work.
Go-Go Comics?
Think Batman, think 70s.
Brayfogle.
No,
Norm
70s.
Brayfogle.
70s. 70s. Not 60s, 70s.
It'd be like Jim Aparo.
That's who it is.
Oh, okay.
In like 1968, 69. Aparo his first work was in Go-Go Comics.
I did not know that. He did a lot of work for. He did a lot of work for Charlton
is his first pro work, but I think he did some inking on 5.
Okay.
But he walked in with his little portfolio, and they're like, "All right, we'll give you work," and they gave him a story in Go-Go 6.
It's one lucky clown here.
Look at that! Wow.
Really lucky.
Wow.
I'm trying to up your comic knowledge, Gray. I just don't know how to help your
general comic knowledge.
Yeah, Nancy Sinatra. These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do.
Yep.
One of these days, these boots are gonna.
Hey, Dave, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, Sir Flu.
I mentioned you earlier. Yeah, I got your text. I'll check it after the. I'm getting off here in about 20 or 30 minutes. Yeah, this is the later run stuff where things got a lot more serious.
Yeah.
Even though
I would say this one's very serious.
Even though my brain's.
Superman, you've got to marry me. There's my child. Giant.
Well, I guess not everyone, but a lot of the ones I have a more serious tone.
Even though my brain's been troubling me lately, I'm still at least good for trivia. That's about it anymore.
Hey, listen, when you get to a certain age, the brain's not going to be like as sharp as when you were younger, you know? Picked up 15 comics. All right, Dave. That's man, golly. Oh, that's a good story right there. That's a cool story.
Last one.
Oh, so you were shedding our comic years. Okay. Sorry, Aaron. I thought you were saying we're old, which would be okay because it's true. But anyway.
So a few giants.
I think Gray's the baby of the bunch here, but
Someone's drew on this one a little bit. Look.
Oh yeah.
So got some drawing on some of the pictures. Yes, it's annoying.
Man,
but
that elongated Lois sure does have a deep throat.
Like, even in that condition, it still costs £6.
Kyle, behave.
I didn't say Linda Lovelace. I said Lois.
If you try hard, Roger, you can completely blank him out, so you don't actually hear him what he says.
Okay.
If you just meditate slightly, like feel your zen in a zen, literally you can just talk and it just pass this straight.
He says a lot of stuff which I want to hear. It's just those little.
You have to train yourself. You have to train yourself and know when to
I
activate.
have to balance it, Roger. I'd be so clinical and boring if I just spit out.
Well, I doubt you'd be boring even then, there, Kyle.
That and I'm in cross-eyed pain right now, and my birds are yelling at me. They're like, "If you don't feed us now, we're gonna fly in there and
feed those birds."
I still got over half a box to go. I don't believe it, but yeah. Right, you want to show some more, Ray?
Sure.
Are we still in the tub, Ray?
Yeah, we're still in the tub.
Ray's in his summer gear, sleeveless tank top,
Yeah. Showing the guns.
Yeah.
Showing off the guns as always.
Hey, Ray, what weight class did you wrestle at?
136.
Really?
Yep.
So you've always been kind of stocky.
Yeah.
All right. I would have thought like 116, 120, but.
136.
Hey, Jackson, how you doing, buddy? Ooh, Ghostly Tales, one of my favorite titles. Cool.
Who did that cover? Gee, tell. Does it say Codit or Ditko on it?
He didn't sign a lot of the Charlton stuff.
Well, that's right. When he signed it Codit.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, a lot of it, you got nothing. That's definitely him. I think I have that issue or the reprint.
That's about the time where he was bouncing back and forth and had to like fake his name for.
Yeah. Marvel didn't want him to be moonlighting. Yeah.
Cool.
Very nice.
Phantom Surfer.
That's Apparel.
Is that the Phantom Stranger and the Silver Surfer combined?
Yeah, right. I think I have that one. I'm pretty sure. Man. You're killing me, Ray. You're killing me.
Unknown Soldier, 248.
Yeah. Great read that series is. Just a great read.
Yeah, my dad wrestled. Back when my dad wrestled, freshmen couldn't compete on the varsity squad. So he won the freshman mid-state, which is as high as they did. And he won the freshman mid-state at 98. And then won state at 105, 112, and 120 in 3 consecutive years.
Wow.
Technically, he won all 4 years, but again, freshmen couldn't compete back. How stupid was that rule? Freshmen couldn't compete.
Yep.
And that included the likes of Bill Walton, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yep, I remember that.
I showed Ray a piece last week. Roger, you'll appreciate this. My dad was up for Indiana High School Athlete of the Year, and he was representing wrestling. Do you know who the basketball representative was for that year?
What was the year?
It was for the year 1957, 56, 57.
No.
Oscar Robertson.
Oh man! Wow.
My dad was up for an award against Oscar
stiff competition there, buddy.
And sadly, Oscar didn't win the award either, but that's self-explanatory as to why.
Yeah, well, the 57.
Best basketball player on the planet. I mean, you couldn't convince me that Michael Jordan was better than Oscar Robertson. You couldn't do it. Michael Jordan was not better than Oscar Robertson.
It's hard to compare eras like that. It's very tough.
Well, Robertson's a more well-rounded player.
Yeah.
Jordan's a better scorer. Robinson,
Superboy,
more well-rounded
player.
Now, there's players in the conversation.
But,
and even my dad admitted that.
Yeah, definitely.
Isn't basketball just netball for Americans?
I guess.
Yeah. That's what it was. It started with a peach basket.
And the first one that got it in won. Ah, nice go check, Jimmy. I bet you Gray's got that one.
There's some basketball history. The first peach basket, somebody had to sit on the back of the board. They put it on the side of a gymnasium wall, and somebody set up in the second level, and they plucked it out. And then they poked a hole in the bottom of it so they could push a broom up through it to get it back out.
That's funny. That's funny. So just a little hole so they could just
just to push a broom up
Gosh,
through
Ray.
it.
Man, oh man, Ray.
Nick Cotty.
I always loved that cover. I just thought that was just dynamic as can be. Look at the sloping perspective and the pull on the shirt.
And technically, the first appearance of Aqualad, even though that wasn't
Aqualad, but
is a tryout for Aqualad.
The prototype
what eventually became Aqualad.
Yeah.
Supergirl.
Yep, Adventure Comics. Yep.
Murderous.
I'm barely a DC fan, and I have all this useless knowledge. Cake.
Oh, come on, Dave.
DC Comics.
Oh yeah. Oh, love. Yeah.
Commandy against the crab monster.
Jack Kirby's pet project.
Yep. He loved it. It's wacky, but I love it. It's
That's a little bit of a peril cover.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait. Bubble farts in water.
Whatever.
Whatever floats your boat.
Oh yeah, I got that one. Cool.
There's an imprisoned cover. There's a good one for that.
Yeah.
Supergirl.
And does memory serve me right? That was his favorite thing to write, and that was his favorite story and thing to write.
I think it was. Yeah, I think it was
because he had the most freedom and creativity.
Yeah, they said do whatever. Well, really, all the Fourth World stuff was pretty much he could do whatever he wanted.
Those are gaining in popularity. Those early '80s reprints of the major issues, and those being recolored and things like that were really cool.
Yeah, we don't really. I guess some people might have Taco Tuesday over here, but it's not something I ever eat much. Tacos. I don't really do tacos.
I just had tacos for dinner right before I came.
I think I've had them. Is that the one that's in the crispy shell taco?
Yeah. Tacos can be crispy or it can be flaccid or whatever. But yeah.
Oh, I got one on the crispy, and it just seemed really annoying. Like they just broke up when you're trying to eat them. It's like it didn't see much point of it. Yeah. Might as well have a bag of crisps and it's just weird.
I prefer the soft corn tortillas, but whatever.
I prefer the corn tortillas.
Yeah. I don't do good with flour as a general rule, so
yeah.
These I bought at my LCS, and I paid $1 a piece for them.
Ooh, nice. Fighting Army. I like the way that they do the contraction of fighting. They don't use the G. They just put a
East Coast street lingo.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And practically every rock and roll song's got the G missing.
Such a good underrated series run there.
Oh, another Kirby. Well, he conceived the series at least.
A Whitman, Superman.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Ray, you just don't want to put that in my pile. Of course, I can't do trades no more, so just have fun keeping that.
And that's one of the later Whitmans because it has the clear W on the right.
Yeah.
Roger, what's up with this book? Thor.
You found some Thor.
Speaking of underrated,
Mark
Jewelers.
Right Jewelers. He saw it.
I saw it.
He saw it. My first.
I'm still convinced issue 299 and 300 are the best.
Mark Jewelers.
My first one is a Thor book.
Oh, really? First of Thor? Okay. Did you see that star and know that, or what? How did you figure it out?
I saw the star.
You saw the star. Okay.
Just like this one.
Oh, number 2.
Oh,
Oh, that
right,
was
that's a
right.
big one.
That's out. That's good.
A big
there.
star.
Big star.
That was placed in a beautiful place right there. I found one the other day, and it was placed like it was a black star on a black part of the cover. Like, why bother?
Yeah.
Nice. Those are nice shapes, too. Yeah.
Unbelievable. Back to back.
Wow. Nice.
And why were those on there?
Huh?
Why were those on there?
What, the stars?
Yeah.
It was
Those were
been probably paid for or something.
Weren't they stamped at the
checkout?
Is inventory count? It's inventory count, and when you check out at the checkout line, they have to stamp it.
Okay, that's what I heard. Yeah.
So you can find a Mark Jeweler without a stamp because it went unsold or got stolen or whatever.
Yeah,
but if you go through like my New Mutants 150, I had a stamp from Okinawa, Japan, and I couldn't get them not to stamp the cover. And it was like for the PX that I was going through. It was
PX stamp, right, Jackson?
But those are indicators that it's paid for.
Yeah, I have Kyle. I have a few Charltons that have the stamp, but of course they don't have the Mark Jewelers because Charlton didn't have the insert; they had the ads.
Yeah,
but I have the stamp on them.
But yeah, that's been standard, or that I don't know if it still is, but that was standard in PXs from like World War II through my time at least. That when you check out,
they stamp other things as well. So if you bought a book, would they stamp it? If you bought a newspaper, would they stamp it?
Yeah. If you bought something loose, they'd stamp it.
I've only seen the stamp from
Gallons
late
of milk
60s through the early 90s. That's the only time I've seen the stamp on comics.
But I mean, the practice did start in at the end of World War II. But
yeah, it doesn't have the Marvel value stamp.
Ah, yeah.
It doesn't have it, right? But keep this out. This is got my FPS now.
Jackson's asking people to show him his underwear. Their underwear is shocking. Who let him in? These kind of perverts coming in asking to see people's underwear really sicken me.
Oh, Ron Wilson.
Yep. Signed.
Nice.
Wow. I'm gonna meet him at Heroes Con in a few weeks.
I love those interior ones. People find Jack Kirby ones like that all the time.
Yeah, that's a great find, Ray. Great find. Yeah, great find.
And that's right after Wilson started. That's early Ron Wilson.
Very early. Yeah, very early.
He wasn't that great, but he was kind of prolific, and he was really good.
He was good.
He wasn't one of the great ones, but he was really good. I always thought Keith Pollard was a great one, but he just found that really good.
Nice.
Love this cover.
Nice. Yep. I think that reprints some of the Tower comic stuff.
Yeah, those later ones are reprint, and he'd throw in like 3-page backup stories so they could claim new artwork in them and stuff like that.
That's apparently Jackson couldn't wipe his bum properly. He's always putting a star on the inside of his underwear.
Yeah. Sadly, I bet if you look at that date of that Wally Wood book, it's 1982 or 83.
Probably, 80s, yeah.
Because they would have capitalized on him kissing a shotgun in 81.
Oh, Perez cover on there, says Jackson. Nice. I have those. I didn't know those were Perez. Well, I probably did. I just forgot. Machine Man.
All right, some Machine Man trivia. What's his real name?
Aaron Stack.
Oh, well, all right. You went as far as the name. What's his real nom de guerre?
X-51?
X-51.
X-51, yeah.
Where did he first appear?
2001 number 8.
Oh, no.
Number 8. Yep.
2001 number 8.
Roger got that one the quickest. That was
number
kind of
8?
an easy one.
Yeah.
I was saying the wrong comic. I was saying War of the Worlds.
I bet I need that one.
It's a Keith Giffen cover, it looked like.
Here you go, Roger. Legion of the Shield.
Oh, yeah, that's an Impact. Yeah. I'm not collecting
still need some of them Impact annuals. They're still on my list.
Kane.
Wow.
I got everything, but I was still short on a few annuals and a couple of the Crucible.
You're always missing the annuals of the Giant Sizers,
This is not a comic book, but I thought it was pretty cool. It's a technical manual.
Wow.
Luftwaffe, 1946.
That is actually a comic book.
It is?
That is actually a comic book. It's a tech manual, but it's actually considered a comic book. It's put out by a comic company. It's drawn by comic artists. It's Russ Heath, right?
Huh.
Wow.
Did Russ Heath do that, or what comic company is that?
No clue.
Look at the indicia there in the first page.
Who was Marvel's go-to guy for that?
Miranda
Ted Nomura.
and
Ted Nomura is the one that did that. Did the art on that?
Yeah.
Who was Marvel's go-to guy for those tech manuals?
Olszewski?
No.
No.
I mean, this is a deep cut. Deep cut. He's, like the guy to the X Mansion and stuff like that.
Right.
Who was their guy for all that?
I thought it would be Olszewski.
I have a feeling I heard this the other day.
His middle initial, or he carries a middle initial. Yeah, Ted Nomura.
99.
Let's see. He shares a last name with one of the Peanuts.
Jackson says Leighton.
Nope. Leighton was an artist. And I'm gonna give you a clue on the first name, and it's not an S. Elliot R. Brown.
Oh, Brown. Okay.
Elliot R. Brown was
that guy. Yeah, Charlie Brown, of course.
Elliot R. Brown is the guy shot the
Another
cover
one.
with Mike Zack and as Captain America and Spider-Man.
Wow, look at that.
He was the guy that shot the live action covers for Spider-Woman and Dazzler.
Oh, he was
and that Marvel
that guy,
team up. He was their production guy.
Oh, okay.
For 25 years.
You got some more to show, Rog?
Yeah, I got a few more, and then I got to get going. So. All right, so Kyle liked this one because these are really obscure things, but, well, anyway, I love to complete the oddball publishers, right? And I'm not really a romance comic guy, but I happened to just walk into the set, so I got them. This is my last one. Tender Love Stories #3.
Nice.
Skywald.
Look
at that mini skirt, but at least she has stockings on under there, so it's a little
more
acceptable.
And then look at the pronounced boobs and
Yeah, there's a protest cover here. So there's 4 in this. So, you had the Heat, you had all the Westerns, right? And then you had 4 of these romance covers, and I got one in a prize. I got one, I think, from somebody that I traded from. I found one in a dollar bin, and I found this one here in the LCS for a few bucks. So that's it.
Yeah, the heyday of those were the Summer 11 '67 through to Woodstock in '69.
Yep.
But since I know that Skywald, and it's a later issue, that has to be a '69.
Yeah, it's probably like late. It's because they were all giant, so it's probably in the late '60s, early '70s. All right, so this is a good find too. This was part of that dollar bin find. Tom the Jungle Boy. 10 center. This is an IW Irving Waldman.
That guy went on to invent the sat nav, didn't he?
Huh?
He went on to invent the sat nav.
He did.
You maybe never had the Tom sat nav over there.
Oh no, I guess
that was
not.
The early sat nav was called a Tom.
No, I guess I didn't. These were unauthorized reprints, by the way, so there's no comics code, and these were not sold on newsstands because of that.
Now, why did the original of that come out? Not the IW, not the reprints, but why did the original of that come out?
Why? When?
That was an early television comic.
Oh, really? Oh.
Influenced by what craze? What craze caused the television comic craze?
You mean of that genre?
What caused? I mean, television came out in 1939, but it didn't get big until the early 50s.
I think this is from like the late 50s.
Yeah. Well, the reprints are like 66, 67.
Popeye?
Earlier than that.
Tom and things like that.
it reprints comics from the earlier 50s.
Yeah, but what caused the television comic boom?
Hey, Bub, how you doing, buddy?
It's such an easy question. I don't even want to give a hint to it. It's so obvious.
Well, so one of the early cartoons, like Popeye or something like that.
Oh, look, he did. Bub does have that one.
It showed cartoons, but it wasn't a cartoon.
Bub just sent me a text. He does have that one. Look at that.
There you go.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
See, any clue will give it away. It was a marionette.
Thunderbirds.
Or
Charlie
a
McCarthy?
puppet, if you will.
Charlie McCarthy was a marionette.
Come on, Roger. You're way overthinking it.
Way overthinking it. Yikes.
What is the biggest marionette from the 50s? I know somebody in the chat's already got. There you go, Bub.
Howdy Doody, of course.
That was such a layup. I was like, yeah. Howdy Doody caused the craze of all the TV comics.
It didn't.
Well, that was not a question for all participants. I have no bloody idea who he is.
All right, so I'm almost complete with my Doctor Strange run. I think I need a few more in the 30s and some in the 70s. So here's number 36.
I would put the Marshall Rogers run of that up against about the run of anything.
Great stuff, yeah. And this is why I was asking Ray about what he got me, because I got Raiders of the Lost Ark number 3.
Ooh, nice.
I've got that in a 75-cent price variant.
You do? Nice. Because it's that's a Canadian then.
Canadian, yeah.
Yeah, one of my favorite movies, Ray, as you know. So I really want to read I'm waiting for that number 2, and I'm going to read them all and bask in that, because I've probably seen this
Roger,
movie.
you want some quick Raiders of the Lost Ark trivia?
Sure.
And unless I've already told you this before. At the end of the movie, when they put the Ark in the thing and they drag it away, have I told you this story?
No.
You know that enormous warehouse they walk it into?
Yeah.
Spielberg was the first person ever got released into this place. That cavernous place that was taken to is an underground record shelter in East St. Louis, Illinois, for military records from the Civil War up until like when Raiders came out in 81. It was 80 when he shot it. They actually let him go down there. Now, he couldn't zoom in on anything, but all that is, if you watch that, there are no pieces of things. There are no things. They're all just books or just shelves, cabinets and things. That's all the military records of the U.S. military from the Civil War until 1981. When you get out of the military, your service record book, for 98% of them, get buried in that file. Like when your contract's over, you got to wait out 4 years. At 4 years, your file goes down there. Now they've made it digital since then and things like that. And you can go on a Pentagon file like mine that went to DC and went in their basement. But that's the military vault. And the upstairs building of that caught fire not long after that.
Wow.
Lost a lot of records because it got down into the base of that. But when you see that, that's why there's a big thank you to the U.S. government on that.
Yeah, yeah. And you're right.
They couldn't do the CGI back then and stuff.
Cool. Thanks for that. All right, here's the last one.
And that was also a bomb shelter. They built it.
Look at Ray. Look at Ray over there. His eyes just got that big.
So, what is your numbers? That
227. And guess what, Ray? I already have this one.
So. Third appearance is that? Whose third appearance is that?
Ego?
Ego? No, can't be Ego. Ego.
I'll give you a clue. His name's on the cover.
Firelord.
Hercules.
Firelord.
Of course. Yeah, 225.
That's the third appearance of Firelord.
And finally, the last book I picked up out of that dollar bin, Thor.
Nice.
77.
All right. Hey, Roger, here's a little easy trivia.
Dude, your easy trivia are killing me today, by the way.
Exactly.
What race was Firelord?
He was a Xandorian.
Xandarian, yeah. See, I'm not killing you with it. You nailed
Got it.
Right. So I've got a few more Lois to go. All right, try and have a guess what other characters in this Lois box. If you can guess, you're well done to you, but like it's gonna be quite weird when they come to see what else is in this lowest
Well,
box.
you already did your Legion.
This
You already
two
did your
issue
Legion. You already did
this
your
two
Jimmy
issue Lois
Olsen.
Lane story from '86 is really heavy. It's like child abuse, that kind of thing, like missing children. It's like, oh gosh.
Oh,
Very
hey,
heavy.
Gray Morrow. Where's Gray Morrow from?
From Tomorrow. Gray Morrow, the man from Tomorrow.
That way, about 50 miles.
Well, there.
That
what,
artwork
Luton?
was done here in Central Indiana. That artwork was done here in Central Indiana.
Cool.
Yeah. Who wants to
Gray
send a no
Morrow.
prize to Psychotronic Squirt Gun? Wasn't overly keen on this Lois Lane run, to be honest. Certainly not memorable at all.
If it's for a no prize, I'm still trying to think of what it. Well, you have no. Maybe it's. Yeah, it can't be Legion either.
Playboy archive.
It's not alphabetical. I'm overthinking it because I bet it's something easy.
No, it's just something really random, and it's like, why the hell have you got that in the lowest box? Is the question that most people would be asking.
Because there aren't that. Well, it's something there wouldn't be that many of that'd fill it out.
Yeah, it just had space.
So it can't be a major series.
You just happen to have space for a certain amount of comics, and
exactly.
I had that many comics in it.
So I moved it from one box it was in. But any more guesses? It's coming up. It's coming up. There's a few things in here. First up, Lois Lane, naturally, Elric, son of Thunder.
That was my next guess, man.
Exactly.
Yep. And then an easy trivia question for Gray. Who created that character?
Oh, was it Jan Duursema?
Yep. Tom Mandrake's wife.
Yeah, I see it.
Jan, yep. I didn't know
that her on the show. If you guys will ask me,
I didn't know that was Mandrake's wife, but I knew it was Jan.
Get her on the show.
Whenever I saw that name, I thought he was a scrapping Swedish guy. Jan Duursema. But apparently it's a lady.
Hey, Kyle, do you have a no prize envelope?
No.
Okay.
No.
And
he threw it away with his no prize.
Now I could have won all kind of crap back then. I just never mailed stuff in. I learned in my later years I should have, but
I sent in a few, but I never got the no prize.
I had some unfair advantage though, because I had direct links to go through some of these things, and I could have snuck some stuff in there, but
Centaur.
I never did.
Kyle.
It's not really a regret, but I just didn't want to overdo it. You know what I mean?
Showed this on my deaf covers.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Cover thing a little while back.
That's a very good one. Yeah.
Definitely a 10.
And I could never have a story as cool as like Scott Harris King's. You know, that's how you're supposed to get a no prize.
Yeah.
Not from something half-assed. Scott catalog.
Scott,
get his no prize.
Scott got it legit stuff. Yeah.
You know, he earned all his titles. I knew I'd earned the titles to get just from being a reader, and I thought that was good enough. And I was still far enough back in the day where, yes, you still had to hide them in your grocery bags because you didn't want people to see those comic books.
You got the complete run, Gray, of this?
No, not yet.
Oh,
I'm waiting.
Ray's got the first intro there of Elric.
Oh, is that a preview? Is it? I see Warlord.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
First appearance.
I see these all the time around here.
And if memory serves me right, I could easily be corrected on this, but I'm pretty sure when she created that character, she named it after their kid or her brother, but I thought it was their kid. They have a kid named Eric, and she created a character.
I was
either her brother or a kid. It's named after somebody named Eric.
I thought it was Kara named spelled backwards, so I figured it was somebody's kid spelled backwards.
Yeah, it's a play on Eric. I can't remember specifically what, but and again, that's something I read. I could have asked it from the horse's mouth and didn't do it, but I'm pretty sure that's named after an Eric, and I can't remember if it's because it's pronounced Eric.
Right.
Jackson's got I can't remember if it's a kid. I can't remember if they have kids. But
actually,
named it after her brother. I knew there was a kid involved. Okay. Yeah, and I think they told the story in the back of one of the issues too.
Ah, okay, that makes sense.
So I knew it was named after somebody's kid.
Yeah, this is one series I'm not very familiar with.
Right, coming up to the end of this. Guess what's next in this box?
Dragon.
Got Lois Lane, Elric, Son of Thunder,
Wild Dog.
Death's Head.
Oh, now we
Robot Bounty Hunter. Come on, we've got Metropolitan Reporter lady. We've got Native American warrior guy. No Robot Bounty Hunter. Come on, it all makes sense. If you just,
I guess so.
If I could ever work out our schedules, I'm going to get Liam Sharp on the show. That's my buddy Liam Sharp, the wonderful, wonderful expat. Wonderful guy. And a real cheeseball. He looks like a movie villain. He's like built like a brick shit house, bald, looks all tough, and he's just a big goober like us. And a
Sorry,
sweetheart.
Jackson. Scotty, you know, I'm having some trouble accepting messages from people. I don't know why that is on IG, but I'll look you up again. There are some people, for whatever reason, I cannot get messages from on IG, and I don't know why.
Rage
I just
Against
got my IG
Metarog.
account suspended a minute ago.
There you
Just
go.
before I came on here, they suspended my account.
Really?
Even though I've been sending
Hey,
stuff out earlier.
and I've had little, if any, regrets in my trades, but I'll tell you what, Roger, I think when it all comes down to it, you may have got my biggest rarity there is.
Right. Last series.
And it's the Stan Sakai that does it. Because Usagi's going up again, and that's got Teenage Stan Sakai artwork in it.
I love that issue. I've read it a couple times, and it's like it's great stuff. You know, it's just it's so nostalgic to me. You know, that to see Byrne that early. You know,
and it's gonna fall into the Speedball. That's not in the box too, is it?
Yeah. If you give me a breath to let me get a word in, I was trying to tell you what's coming up next. Have a guess.
Sorry, I'll shut up again. I'll mute myself.
You can carry on now. It's too late. The moment's passed.
This is there's only 10 issues on this, so it should be pretty quick.
Yeah.
What kills me about that character, one of my least favorite Marvel characters in the world, that went on to become one of my favorite characters in the world.
Yeah, he liked Penance, yeah.
And then they took him back.
Yeah, he went from the goofiest guy to the absolute most morbid and serious and just
I don't like that. I'm glad I never read
the
Penance. It's like, bloody hell, can't you just let him be a kid, like a good fun character? Like, you have to blinking devastate him and
just
turn him into a dark blinking.
I mean, it's the realism that somebody would go through with that. The survivor's guilt, the fact that his powers blew him away from that instead of him dying with him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just the brilliance of that.
There you go. That's it. That's the box done.
Nice.
And I'm telling you right now, nobody would have guessed Speedball.
No.
Giant snakes, mutated pigs, and killer chickens.
Killer chickens.
It's got everything in this episode, in that issue. Wow. Yay! That's it. Hopefully, I'll be home next week to go through box 40.
Actually, I'll be on my way to see Gnawman next Tuesday, so I won't be on. But
right, cool. Cheers for coming, everybody.
I try and keep my mouth shut. I just can't do it too well. Always good to see you guys.
Likewise, Kyle and Ray, of course. Ray, I'll probably get a hold of you a few weeks and see when we can get together, buddy. If your wife is up to it, of course.
Yeah, that's what started Civil War. When the story of it, the concept of it was brilliant, and then they beat that dead horse to the glue.
Yeah, that was the blowing up of that place in Connecticut, I think it was.
Yeah, Stamford, Connecticut.
Yeah.
I mean, just brilliant idea, ballsy, and then they just beat a dead horse with it.
Yeah. Well,
I'm pretty sure Damage blew up a city first, didn't he? DC's Damage. I'm sure he had a storyline where he blew up
like that, but they really
they just Marvel, typical Marvel, copying as always.
Yes. All right, gentlemen. Take care of yourself.
Cheers for coming, everyone.
God bless you all. I got to get going because I got the wife that needs to come on. So take care.
Everybody watch my Superman video that I put up the other day.
Yeah, good stuff. Good
Two
stuff.
comments. 2 comments, 3 hours work. It gets 2 bloody comments. Watch it, just watch it. All right, watch it. All right.
Fart on him, Gray. Fart on him.
Boy.
Yeah.
All right.
Good night,
gentlemen. Take care.
So see you tomorrow. Whoever comes on for that.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Hey,
Take care.
see ya. Bye, Greg. Bye, Kyle.
See you later, Ray.